Let's now have a look at plastic recycling. It's a major concern. We hear about it every day. And that's exactly the reason why Renewi wants to invest in high-quality recycled plastics. Here is for you, Marc and Hartog.
Hi, Sophie.
Hello, Marc.
And good afternoon, everyone. Please allow me to briefly introduce myself. My name is Marc Hartog, and I'm the Managing Director of the Commercial Waste Division Netherlands. For the last 25 years, since I've completed my master's in chemistry, I've been working at international businesses like Unilever, where sustainable value creation is at the heart of doing business. For the last 10 years, I've worked with Corbion, a Dutch-listed materials and life science company. And as a member of the executive committee, I was responsible for building new renewable business platforms. That included, for example, microalgae as a sustainable fish feed additive at an industrial scale, and also the PLA Bioplastic Foundation, together with Total Energies, are worth mentioning. This has given me the exposure and experience to build successful circular businesses. It's very exciting now to be able to bring that into play for Renewi, delivering its waste to product strategy. But enough about me, let's now zoom in into the world of plastics and the role Renewi can play there. Let us first have a look at the world and production of plastic. And although we hear a lot of concerns about the growing consumption and the related waste that comes with it, there's not a way to stop that growth. We see that there's still a continuation of 10% annual growth of plastic production and the related waste that comes with it. So without a major intervention, the amount of plastic globally generated will grow from 450 million tons in 2020 to 600 million tons in 2025. So closing the loop in plastic is the key challenge. And in order to make that waste available for recycling, it requires collection and sorting capabilities at scale. And when it comes to recycling, let's take, for example, plastic packaging, the numbers aren't great. As you can see here, from the 14% of plastic that is collected for recycling, only 2% makes it to full recycled quality, which means there's a tremendous upside for the reuse of materials, as depicted here by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation. This initiative has set clear targets to achieve a circular economy for plastic so that it never becomes waste or pollution. So recycling is the major factor to turn the tide. There's also an increasing societal awareness that demands a change in reuse and recycling. We see it across markets in which we operate, that valuable materials being saved from waste, avoiding incineration at the end of life, is gaining momentum. As you can see here, for example, also a statement from a recent study by WWF, where 86% of the interviewed somewhat or strongly agree to the statement that we need to change our economy from one that throws things away to one that emphasizes reuse and recycling. In addition, the increased societal awareness now also has translated into government action. And the legislative and regulatory framework is more and more geared towards upping the recycled content. An example is the ban on single-use plastics in Europe, and also the European Plastic Pact that aims to increase recycling rates and the use of recycled content in new materials. Now, Renewi is well positioned to close the loop in the value chain, so let's have a look at that in more detail. And let's start with our current position in the plastic recycling, which is the beginning of our journey. The main source of plastic waste comes from our commercial waste collection. You can see here 3 of our hubs for plastic recycling as we operate today, which is really an interconnected network of processing facilities, where we in total process around 100,000 tons of rigid plastics annually. And that gives us a leading position in this space. And that's also where we're making significant investments to go from here. Let me now take you along a journey across those 3 locations and show you what we're doing to go on that journey. We'll start in Belgium, where we have been active in plastics for a long time and where we have done recent investments. And Philip will tell us more about that. Then we move on to Waalwijk, where my colleague Dieter will actually talk about the dedicated recycling we have for waste from electrical and environmental equipment. We close off the tour in Acht, where Olaf will tell us about the plastic sorting investments we're going to make there. So over to you, Philip.
Last year, in addition to a brand new plastic sorting line, a new building was constructed for a state-of-the-art processing line for hard plastics in the port of Ghent. This investment increases European recycling rates and accelerates our transition to a circular economy. Plastic has changed the world. It is an extremely functional, versatile and aesthetic material that has improved living standards and enhanced hygiene. Ignoring plastic's impact is impossible. Polymers such as PE, PP and PET are used in many products from every kind of sector, but over half of the plastics produced in Europe are lost, disappearing inside incinerators, strewn about as discarded waste or labeled as non-recyclable. Here in Belgium, this is being addressed by new governmental policies and regulations that will demand more industry efforts to avoid burning waste. This will create a strong push towards recycling and increased commitments to recycled content in new products. Renewi is focused on advanced operational solutions, resulting in high-quality, stable end products. This is why we have invested in a sorting, washing and grinding line in Ghent. Every year, 20,000 tons of mixed plastics waste are treated by Renewi in Ghent. The plastic waste is pre-sorted according to 14 monoqualities at the new sorting line to ensure the qualitative input for the processing line. Processing takes place in a new building, where an advanced grinding and washing line has been installed. This facility produces purely recycled PP/PE regrinds of high quality that will be reused in new recycled plastic applications. These regrinds find their way to a range of customers across different industries such as packaging industry and automotive. To ensure the high quality and predictability of this secondary raw material for our customer, the end product is tested in our own laboratory at various stages of the production process. The testing is done for quality control as well as to meet specific customer requirements such as moisture content, yield and melt flow index. This has given confidence for our customers to work with us and develop long-term partnerships that secure offtake and our investment in the space.
Being the European market leader in WEEE recycling, we have taken the step to further enhance our plastic recycling technologies. With our latest innovative investments such as the electrostatic separator, we produce now a virgin quality which generate more added value. So how does our process work? Our inbound recycled WEEE plastics arrive from our sister recycling plants. We use density and metal sorting technology to produce a clean flake. This technology generates a purity of around 60 to 80% since PS and ABS have an overlap in density. To upgrade the quality to 98% purity, we installed a new innovative electrostatic separator. The installation gives an electrostatic charge to a target fraction as positive and other fraction as negative. The separation is based on charge differences and works as a magnet. We have 5 electrostatic separating boxes in a row. In the first box, the installation removes all small pieces of rubber, wood and fibers. In the other boxes, different target plastics are separated: PS, PPE and ABS. The quality of this recyclate is equal to virgin materials, enabling our customers to use this in high-value products and close the loops to meet their circularity targets. The market demand for such qualitative products is expecting to rise fast in the following years, driven by EU regulations to use recycled plastics. In order to meet increasing customer specification requirements, we invested last year in analytical capabilities at the Central Plastics Laboratory for quality control and application development work. This will enable our sales engineers to make customized recycled materials by adding the required additives. We share our growing expertise across all our divisions. For example, Ghent and Waalwijk experts have been closely involved in the design of the new hard plastic sorting line in Acht. And it doesn't stop here. We are working on several full circle programs such as a fridge-to-fridge customer co-development, of which we hope to be able to report to you more when we meet again.
Here in Acht, we have just committed the capital to install a new 25 kiloton sorting line that includes optical sorting techniques and proven technologies such as grinding and washing. A large part of the volumes have already been secured, as it will process rigid plastics from municipal recycling centers, which we already collect, and of course other primary sorting facilities as well. This new investment will lead to a significant upside in sorting performance, supply chain efficiency and sustainability. For example, it will lead to high quality PE and PP regranulate, 10% less landfill and a reduction of 6,200 tons of CO2 emissions every year. 75% of all material will be recovered for new products again. The project is now at a stage where machinery is being purchased and the site is being prepared in this area behind me. It is expected that after a year and a half of detailed engineering, procurement and construction, the plant will open in early 2023. In the design of this facility, both the Ghent and Waalwijk teams have actively contributed, which allowed us to design according to the latest insights and turned out to be an engaging teamwork as well.
And thank you, Olaf. And all of this, of course, goes hand in hand with growing commitments from those who use plastics, like the brand owners you see listed here. This surge in demand has also led to an increase in prices of recyclate, and that encourages us to accelerate the pace of our journey. So brand owners and plastic producers are making those commitments to become circular, and that's a key driver for the growing demand. So let's now listen at what our partner RAF Plastics has to say about that.
My name is Caroline van der Perre. I'm Managing Director RAF Plastics. RAF Plastics is using Renewi's Z-grind to produce custom-made granules. Our customers are active in the agriculture, packaging and household industry. We yearly produce around 40,000 tons of granules. The demand for post-consumer scrap is increasing. Before we only produced granules made with post-production material. RAF Plastics is very happy with the cooperation with Renewi to achieve our sustainability targets. We want to focus on producing granules because they are all custom made. We prefer to work with partners who are more specialized in collecting, sorting and washing the input materials. Several years ago, our customers were only interested in our granules because of price difference compared with virgin materials. Today there's a big change. Our customers prefer granules made with post-consumer scrap. Production scrap is not good enough. It's very important that the product can be recycled and that it is made with recycled material.
You have seen now how we at Renewi contribute to recycling one of the growing waste streams called plastic, and what our plans are to build scale and enlarge our impact to close the loop with circular plastics. Through the investments highlighted today, we are able to recycle those and even more of them, minimizing therefore the amount that gets wasted or incinerated, and hence also directly contributing to our target of 75% recycling rate. Our enhanced recycled systems, with hugely improved carbon footprint as well compared to the virgin alternatives, will allow brand owners to realize their ambitions in the use of recycled materials and their sustainability goals. I'm confident that in the coming years, when we watch and discuss the progress we're making together, we can see how this benefits our customers as well as the planet. Thank you.